Insects of the world, unite for the giant review of Marvel Legends movie version of Ant-Man. Today we bring you the review of the non-Disney variant, where his helmet is firmly attached to his head sculpt. You still get the two sets of hand swaps and a miniature version of Paul Rudd for your display, but before we get into this wannabe arthropod, we will inspect him under a microscope with a quick origin tale. Ant-Man first appears in Avengers number 181. Scott Lang was an electronics expert who had turned to a life of crime. Ultimately, he stole the Ant-Man suit from its creator and first true Ant-Man, Hank Pym. Scott went on to rescue a doctor who would later save his daughter's life. When Pym saw potential in Scott, he let him assume the identity of Ant-Man, and thus he became the hero. With his suit, his powers include shrinking ability, normal-sized human force, and telepathic communication with insects. He has been affiliated with the Avengers, Fantastic Four, and Heroes for Hire. This pint-sized Marvel has made his mark, even if only a speck. So by no means is G1 Toys condoning theft as a means to an end, but in this case, some good came of it. So there's always exceptions. Let's go ahead and review his box details, and then we'll get to some size comparisons after that. Now right here on the side, you have Ant-Man Special Collector's Edition action figure. Then on the top, you got Marvel Select Antman there. And right here, guys, really nice rendition of the movie figure here. I'm loving this so far. It comes with some hand swaps. In the back, you get a Diamond Select Toys licensed product brochure. And then the top, you get this little tiny Ant-Man up here, which is looking really sweet. I can't wait to look at that a little closer. Down here at the bottom, you have the Avengers Initiative logo with the little Marvel there. And nothing going on at the bottom, nothing going on at the side. But then on this side, you got some really nice artist rendition of Ant-Man. I really like the picture on the side of this box. It looks fantastic. All right, on the back, you got Ant-Man as well. And then you also have a short story there. I'm going to bring it up a little closer so you can pause that if you like and read that. And then at the bottom, you have Thor and Ultron, also available from Diamond Select. This looks like the movie version of Thor, of course, and this is like the retro-looking Ultrons. That's a really cool figure. I do recommend picking that up if you have a chance. So very cool packaging so far. I'm liking this. Let's get into this shortly and do the unboxing for you. And to properly handle your Ant-Man figure, you may want to use tweezers or forceps. It really is fitting for such a delicate specimen. As you can see here, we brought in the Marvel Legends movie version for comparison and to simulate the cool option you have if you pick up both of these guys. The transformation might be a little off, but looks fairly accurate, as if he was shrinking before your eyes. And what I mean by that is if you pick up the 3 3/4 inch figure, which comes with the large wasp similar to this one, you can put it in this display and make a near complete transformation of Ant-Man. So that's a really cool option you have with this movie version. You know, this is the movie version helmet that is on the Marvel Select, so I really like that they did that. That's a plus. Then you got the Marvel Legends here, which was not movie accurate, but I do like the paint app a little better on that one. For some reason, I don't know, just the way it looks to me is a little bit more fitting. And then you have the Ant-Man that comes with the Marvel Select right here. Then you have the very last one that comes with the Marvel Legends. So a near complete transformation here if I only had that 3 3/4 inch figure. But I did bring in some friends to make up for that. And on the left, far left, you have Dark Ant. Now he is a Walgreens exclusive, very sweet figure. He's the decoy for Ant-Man. So that is probably my favorite figure here, to be honest. I really like that one a lot so far, just because of the story behind him. And then you have in the back, you got Henry Pym as Giant Man. And then on the far right, the best figure in the wave of Ant-Man, as far as I'm concerned, is the Wasp. I really like that figure a lot. Do highly recommend getting it. So this is a pretty cool little display I got going. I do have the other figures, but as of now, I think that these guys look a little better together like this. So let's go ahead and get into the Marvel Select's sculpt and the articulation. Hey, we're back and talking about the Marvel Select Ant-Man. Let's go ahead and take a close look at him and get a good feel of his sculpt and articulation. Now, this Ant-Man helmet is the movie version accurate helmet, which is cool. I wish that they would have used more of a metallic paint. I thought that would have looked better on this helmet. I thought they could have gone the extra mile and done that at least, and it would have been even better. But you got articulation all the way around 360. He does look down pretty far. He looks up just a little bit. Now, this is one thing I don't like about this figure, that, you know, he has this option where you can put in these hoses, and as you can see right there, there's a little hole that hose fits into on both sides of the helmet. You can see where that goes. But man, it's a bear to get that to stay in there, and especially if you're moving his head around at all. So I didn't really like that. I thought it could have been done a little better so that he could have had, you know, limited articulation, but had those hoses stay where they are. That would have been a little better, I thought. He does have a little bit of a head pivot as well, side to side. That's his articulation there. Head sculpt's pretty nice though overall. Other than the paint, I think the paint could have been better. And into the arm articulation, his arms do move all the way up about that far. He does rotate 360. He's got a single jointed elbow bend and he rotates at the elbow. He's got some wrist articulation. He doesn't have any forearm swivel, but he does have a hinge on that wrist that actually is easy to come off if you're not careful. So there you go. Let's put it back. So he does come with some extra hands. I'll show you those in just a sec. He does have the swivel here at the top of the waist. He has a nice smooth ab crunch to the front and smooth ab crunch to the back. No clicking, nothing. It's just a really smooth, nice feel with that ab crunch. He does have a bottom waist swivel too, as you can see right here. He swivels at the bottom of that waist a little bit as well. His belt does move back and forth a little bit. I wasn't too impressed with the paint app on the belt. As you can see, there's some bleeding there from the red into the gray, especially on that middle part. Yeah, I'm not really fond of that. So yeah, this is not a great figure so far. I'm not loving it by Marvel Select, but there's the back for it. I can show you a little bit of that. For overall, the paint app is pretty nice, although there are spots that need help. So just wanted to bring that to your table here. Now his legs do move out about that far. He does kick forward about this far, but he does not kick back at all. You don't want to try forcing that, or you might break something there. So he does have some upper leg swivel. He does have the double jointed knees, which is cool. No calf rotation. He does have foot articulation up and down, and an ankle pivot with the peg holes in the bottom of his feet there. So yeah, you know, pretty cool figure. I'm liking it, but and I like the scale as well, but I'm not thinking it's a fantastic figure so far. I did like the shadowing effect they used on the red there, as you can see around there. That looks really nice with the black over the red. That looks pretty cool, and they didn't do that on the Marvel Legends figure, so I did like that aspect. If we put him aside and we bring in the little piece that came with Ant-Man here, this is awesome. This was, you know, for its scale, it looks really cool, and I think that this was an excellent piece they added to the set with this guy. His hands are basically as follows. He does have the closed fists, of course, right here, and then he does have you know, slightly open fists as well. In case you wanted to put something in those hands, you could do that. For both sides, of course, they're the same thing. So that's pretty much all you get with this version of Ant-Man. Of course, the Disney Store exclusive has the version where you can get Paul Rudd's replacement head in there, and that's a little bit cooler. I thought that you could do that with that version. He's fairly easy to stand up, not too bad. But let's go ahead and get into his grading next, and we'll see what the true grade for this guy is. And the anticipation is over for the grading section for the Marvel Select Ant-Man. We're going to go ahead and start with his appearance. Now, I thought this could have looked a little better for a Marvel Select figure. I wasn't quite impressed with this one. So the appearance gets a 6. Down into his articulation, I think he's a little bit hard to articulate because he's pretty solid. He's a very solid figure. You know, there's some issues with the articulation, but not too many. So I'm going to give him a 7 in that. And then into durability, this guy is very solid. He's a very solid feeling figure as you articulate him. I really like the fact that you know, he feels just extremely. He feels like he's got a lot of bulk to him, and I like that. A lot of weight to this Ant-Man figure. So in durability, he's going to shine and get a 9 in that category. And into collectability, you know, not a great category either. I think that he's just above average in this category, though, so I'm going to give him a 6 in collectability, which gives Ant-Man an overall score of 7. And as all the baddies creep up from the Marvel Legends wave behind Ant-Man, all of you aspiring entomologists can now rest easy knowing you have the info you need to capture your Marvel Select Ant-Man figure. Please keep on subscribing, and if you like viewing or purchasing the latest and greatest action figures, check us out on Instagram and pay our eBay store a visit at G1 Toys 2015. The G1 lesson of the day confirms Alan Jackson's lyrics by saying, "It's all right to be little bitty." Thanks for watching, and next time you have the urge to wipe out an anthill in sadistic joy, step back inside and channel your inner toy. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Look closer, you dimwit. I'm a man, not a bug. That does it. Go get that bug-killing brunette. Must be a solar eclipse. What the? For the love of all that's holy, don't you have anything better to do?
Get your ass in here, Venata, and stop bothering those bugs.
Whew, Saved by the beast's mother. My suit wasn't flame resistant, so I would have been a crispy critter. Well, on with my day. Clever girl.